match we're going to be playing is the Yveltal Maxis is one of the better decks in Expanded. So, yep, no basics. So, I'm up 1 card. I have... Oh, we should probably decide who goes first, right? I'll go first, shotgun. Let's rotate.
I mean, don't you want to go second anyways?
Oh, that's true.
Do you want to go first?
Do I want to go first? I think I'm supposed to choose to go first, unless I know, like... Honestly, I think if they're not playing an item lock deck, I'm going to choose to go second a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think you're correct to play first every single game one.
I agree. Yeah, unless I know for a fact that they're not an item lock deck.
Yeah. Because I would expect, say you play like every round there, all 14 rounds I think it is, or something like that. I'd expect to play at least
3 lock decks.
No, like 5 or 6.
Okay. Yeah, because I guess Toad's lock deck too.
Yeah, but Toad is like obviously a much worse lock. Or
Correct.
no, it's not. I think Toad is a very powerful card.
Actually, we don't mind going second against Toad though, because they can't attack on
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
Actually, going second against Toad is probably ideal.
Yeah, because you want to kill it.
Yeah.
There we go.
So Ryan's mulliganing here. So after this is actually good for me because I don't play a ton. So I set up my basics.
You don't put the bottom one down. You only set this one up,
okay,
and then you draw two extra cards.
Oh, I draw extra before I put prizes up.
Yeah. Or no, you put prizes up. Sorry.
Okay. Let's get the ordering down here.
Alright, so make them nice. Okay, now you can choose to draw 2 extra cards. You don't have to.
I think I want to.
Yeah, no, I mean you pretty much always do unless your hand is like.
Well, that sucks.
needs to have a shaman or something like that. You pretty much, now you can choose to put more cards down.
Yep, and I'm on the play, so I'll put that down. That's fine. All right, so flip them up. Hey, Sherman with the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you for that. All right, so we draw a card to start our turn. I'm gonna play Salamence out here. I have a Skyfield to start. I think I am just putting things on my dorks here, and then it's like I have another floatstone here, but I think I need to save the second floatstone for Keldeo if I find it. So
I wouldn't.
And I don't think I want to play the Ho-Oh, because if we hit like an Ultra Ball, I'd much rather bin that. So I think I'm just gonna Shaman for 3 cards. And poop. All right. Just gonna put this on.
I mean, you kind of like by not putting floatstone there, you kind of like max your
Locked. Okay.
Yeah.
So should I put the items on the switch on?
Yeah, I think you should switch the items.
Okay, that's fair.
Considering that like Keldeo is your main way to retreat anyways, like this isn't that big of a deal.
Okay.
As you lose it.
Good.
And then my hand, my first supporter is Gexus, I believe is how you say his name. So it's actually, he's actually pretty good on the first turn of the game. A lot of times, even on the first, when you're the second player, you don't actually use a lot of your items. But I also have a Jirachi too, and my hand isn't actually the best. I have no way to draw cards if this guy just like actually doesn't work. So it might be better just to be able to play the Jirachi, Battle Compressor, and then enter Sycamore. I actually think I want Sycamore because this is in my hand.
Not only that, but like I didn't play a supporter on one.
Yeah,
so, like
yeah.
my hand's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's true. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Battle Compressor, and I'm going to actually go through and see if there's, specifically if one of the card, or one of my one-ofs, which is Archaeops. So you always, this card only, our deck only plays one of these, so you want to make sure that it's not prized.
As a heads up, this is about where the table gets cut off on the camera.
Okay.
We can slide these down a little bit. It goes about that far that way.
So going through this deck, you do play Dark Patches, so you do want to put energy in your, over here. You do want to put energy in your graveyard. You also want to try and find the other one of these guys to put in here. We'll see if this is in here. Because this is kind of a ramp deck also. And then you always want, if it is in there, you do want to put the Maxis in there too, so you can Verse Seeker to find it. If not, nope, it looks like the other one is in fact prized. So we're just going to put this one in here because it actually doesn't do anything in your deck. Just absolutely nothing. So then we're going to do that. We're going to play the Jirachi out. We're going to find, I believe it's Professor Juniper in this.
Yeah.
So we can discard our hand.
We'll be playing Sycamores this weekend, so people will be making fun of us.
There's nothing wrong with Sycamore, man. His credentials are just as valid as hers.
So then I'm going to put the other Yevdal out, and I'm going to put the float stone on this Yevdal, and then I'm going to put...
You're probably supposed to patch the bench, or put it on the bench one, right? Because you can
Yeah.
only patch onto the bench one.
Yeah. Put it there, and then we're going to Juniper. Like I said, the Jettis just isn't going to be what we need right now. So that's not the greatest. Hopefully the trainer's mail finds us a patch. Let's see. Does not.
That's real bad.
It finds nothing. We're not even going to take anything. We do have an Ultra Ball.
You could draw 3 with a 4 with a Shaman.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to play this, and more than likely I'm going to put this out so that he can't retreat his guy, hopefully. I'm going to Ultra Ball. I'm going to discard probably the Delinquent, and I do have the Versus Seeker. I want to keep the Juniper in my hand just in case something happens. More likely to, I want to draw that if he ends me, so we're going to Ultra Ball.
I like the part where you talked me into doing this and then are going to give it me.
I think it wasn't in my hand.
But like, that's something to think about
Yeah.
while we're making decisions.
I mean, you have Keldeo too to try and attempt to find.
That doesn't do anything then. Because he needs a float stone to switch.
What?
He needs a float stone to switch. So like Keldeo doesn't.
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah,
doesn't go around it at all.
Okay, cut. We're gonna draw 4 cards. Hopefully, find something. 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Wow.
We're gonna put the Fighting Fury Belt over on this Yevdal that we have powered up, and then we are going to pass a turn because we have a bunch of supporters and a double colorless. And I'm trying to think if I want to put this guy out there. Yeah, we'll put the Shaman out there just because I do have double colors if he doesn't in fact kill that. But this actually stops him from attack. Yeah, we'll actually put the Yevdal out there to stop him from retreating, kind of slow him down.
I got nothing going on. Float stone, go.
I drew a Battle Compressor. That just kind of thins through my deck. Doesn't really do too much. The best thing to do right now is, with him not doing anything, I can actually double colors and then Dark Energy that guy so that it can double shot this and then also double shot his Shaman. So that's something to think about. So we're probably going to do that, and then we're going to Battle Compressor to thin some crap out of our deck, and then we're going to sick our Professor Juniper. So
Well, you're not going to be able to get another dark onto this turn.
Oh, next turn.
Next turn.
Yeah. So definitely don't need the other maxis. Definitely want another energy in there.
Yes. Pokemon is similar to Magic that Standard is the more popular format.
And then we're going to Juniper. Draw 7 more.
I thought Modern was the most popular format in Magic.
The most pushed. Sorry.
Pushed.
So we do have some goodies this time around. I actually didn't check to see if the second float stone is in there or prize, which I should have. We're probably
You wouldn't have done anything, right? This turns off your tools, too.
Oh, yeah, does it? He
Yeah.
can't put it on himself. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Darkrai, Sableye. Trying to think of a thing. We'll Trainer's Mail and see if we can hit a Dark Patch potentially. 2, 3, 4. Hit a bunch of Ultra Balls. I guess we'll take one. It's good to discard regardless. So.
Go. Whole lot of nothing going on. This is an awkward game.
This is not what Pokemon's like.
This is not what Pokemon's like. This game is so slow.
And then I'm gonna play this guy out before I pass. And
Sure, yeah,
go
okay.
back to my turn. So I'm gonna automatically equip that or play that on there. It's fairly good in this matchup. Other than that, I mean, there's not really that much we can do. I mean, I can get a Dark Patch with Computer Search. I mean, obviously, I want to Trainer's Mail to try and find a Dark Patch. Found one, finally. Just so we can get another guy up and running. So with Dark Patch, we'll put on this Yevdal right here. And then 2, 4 doesn't one hit that.
Yep, Ryan's playing a Darkrai Yveltal deck.
I think then we're just gonna go. Bat, like you said, and then Pastor. I don't want to use the computer search yet. I'm not sure exactly what I need, and I don't need to use a supporter.
We hit an Ultra Ball, so we get to go kind of crazy here. Discard Ho-Oh and execute. So this is our first time looking through our deck. We have a Shaman. It looks like Hoopa's prize. That's unfortunate.
That's good for us.
I guess I just get a Jirachi then.
And then Sycamore.
Yeah, probably. Well, there might be merit. I have the Skyfields out, so like I could get the Shaman and like draw 4 and like hope to hit off of that because then I could like still play a supporter and like.
I think that's like it has a high failure rate.
I could Coreless. I think there's a Coreless in here. I could Coreless gets me 10 cards and puts 2 back. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shuffle, play Coreless, shuffles my hand into my deck, and then draws me cards equal to the number of Pokemon on both benches. So Ryan's got 5 and I've got 5.
The nice thing about this too is we do have it set up right now where we can actually keep one hitting his Xerneases as they come out the way that we have the board set up.
Alright, so
That was bad.
I have 2 battle compressors. This is fine.
Yeah.
Compressor the first time.
Oh, you have this. I didn't see the switch.
Yeah, I have a switch. So we compressor, which gets a fairy energy into the bin. And it gets another Ho-Oh into the bin. And my fires are here. I'll put a dark into the bin too. And then I have another compressor here, which I think is just going to put the last compressor out of my deck, just then at this point, well, as a Karen, the last compressor, just like get those out because those have done their job. So now we've got 2 Ho-Ohs in here, so we get 2 chances to flip heads, and so even we get a Ho-Oh back.
Well, at least you know he's not blacklisted online.
What a night! All right, so I haven't played an energy yet, right?
You have not. You could attempt to. Oh man.
All the options suck.
Yeah, you can only draw what, 1 card.
Yeah, we're pretty dead.
Yeah.
Just missed. We missed on the opener and then lost back-to-back coin flip there. Maybe we could struggle through that, but I feel like that's the point in a game where like I should concede for the sake of time and just like try to win the next 2 games.
I would give it 1 more turn, just because of the fact that I'm not knocking your Xerneas out that turn.
Hey, you are. You're switching your Yveltal up and you're killing it.
Or
Or you're knocking my Shaman out, like one of the 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to Shaman out, but I mean, you can still like potentially come back to it. If you can get a knockout with that Xerneas, with all the damage on it, it's actually like not terrible.
Sure.
The real issue though is I'm just gonna leave that out so it only trades 1 prize, and
Correct.
I take 2
Yep.
prizes,
Yep.
so it's like still an up trade for me.
Yeah, I feel like again, like my deck's quick enough that like I should try and go to 3 and win the next 2.
And this deck the Yveltal deck always wants to go into play. It does play a lock piece that you can play on turn 1. That is a part of its
The
draw
mouse
engine.
turns itself off across, so you just gotta click and it'll put itself back on.
There we go.
You do need to be friends with someone to
Technology.
set up for a trade, and you do need to have something tradable too. It could be anything. It'd be like a basic comment or anything. But
7.
the most expensive card is Tropical Beach by quite a margin now. Shaman used to be like pretty close to it when it was like $80, but Tropical Beach is very expensive. Shaman's actually dropped. I think Shaman's down like $35. So even like computer search and Ho-Hos and stuff are like pretty
Try to
close
keep most of
to
your
it.
stuff from like here down.
Here over?
Yeah.
Oh man, got 2 decisions. I'm gonna start with this guy. I think this guy has the most benefit to do it.
Ryan's on the Blaze game. Go ahead and put your prizes out.
The reason being is just his Pokemon ability is actually a lot more relevant than people actually tend to realize.
Yeah. So the Yveltal non-EX Yveltal disables Pokemon tools on both sides as long as it's active.
Ooh, so I drew Battle Compressor. That's pretty good for getting things started. I do have Ultra Balls and two kind of useless supporters in my hand. They're not like useless, but they're not something I want to use right away. The Delinquent's really good to start out with. But I believe I'm going to Battle Compressor for the start off just to see what's actually in my deck. So we do have the Glade, which is going to be the best one. Seeing Xerneas, we definitely want Glade into our graveyard. We want an energy for the Dark Patches.
Oh, because Glade one-shots Xerneas.
Yeah. And then the last thing we want is to look for one of the Maxis. There it is right there. And you just kind of want to like look through the rest of your deck and kind of see what's in there. We have Maxis in there. This deck doesn't play Hoopa, so that's like interesting. The computer search is in there. I see a few of the Dark Patches, so we're good to go on that. And then I'm just going to Ultra Ball right now and discard these two supporters right here.
Yep. Probably getting a Shaman.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm gonna just equip that onto there, and then more likely pass the turn.
You're not gonna draw with the Shaman?
No, I am.
Okay. But I mean, like, you're
But I'm not. Yeah, before I
Shaman.
Before I Shaman. Yeah.
Yep. So a better way to get started. So you can use eBay. There's also, if you type !oak codes in chat, I have a referral code for there that gets you a 5% discount. It's a website that sells codes.
So we actually hit some pretty good stuff right here. You don't want to ever put the Fighting Fury Belt on the Evidal.
Because it doesn't work.
It just doesn't do anything. So you definitely want to put the Fighting Fury Belt down on here. This is your main attack, but this is what you want to put it on. The Reverse Valley is really good, but a lot of times in this deck, it doesn't play very many stadiums, so you kind of want to hold your stadiums to knock out their stadiums. And then a second Yevidal isn't the best, but at the same time, we could get like a Darkrai, because we do in fact have this Verse Seeker to actually AZ our Shaman and replay it. So we could Ultra Ball to go get a Darkrai so that we can actually bring this guy back if we would need to. So that's what we're gonna do right here. We can get rid of that, and then we're gonna get rid of the Reverse Valley. Actually, we should have looked and see if Darkrai is even in here. Yep, and here it is. His ability is it just allows things with Dark Energy on it to free retreat. So I'm going to put that on my bench, and then I'm going to pass the turn.
So we draw. Drawing another Verse Seeker is actually pretty bad, because I already had a Sycamore in my hand that I wanted to play, so like losing an extra one isn't the greatest. So we're going to start by Sycamore here, which does actually ditch Ho-Oh and a Fire Energy here, so that's like decent for us. 5, 6, 7. See what else we get here. So looking for like Compressor, double colorless energy, energy switches. God, these hands have just been rancid. Hand just actually doesn't do anything. Gonna slide those out on the bench here. And
note the Fire Energy with the Ho-Oh and the Salamence is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I guess I could try and get the Ho-Oh back this turn.
Yeah, just because
you've already
I
got
have
3
3 X's.
So we hit heads on the Ho-Oh, so the Ho-Oh comes back from the discard pile with a Fire Energy attached to it. And then I probably want to burn the switch now in case we get end.
Yeah.
So let's Energy Switch onto the Salamence, and then unfortunately we have nothing else going on after that, so pass the turn.
Okay. Now, obviously, he doesn't know exactly what's in my hand, so one of the important things to note right here is we do have a Verse Seeker, a Delinquent, and he has 3 cards in his hand. That's like obviously a really good spot to be, and then we actually have an attacker with his double colorless energy.
I mean, playing around Delinquent's a reason to not Energy Switch. 10 out of 10. Like the game ends on the spot. I'm like, that's a pretty stock card.
Yeah. Well, especially if you see it in my graveyard.
Sure. Yeah.
So we are still going to attach the double colorless energy here.
Yep.
It's still a really good attacker. And then we do have a Lysander, and we have a Verse Seeker in our hand, and we have to decide if we want to actually draw cards, or do we want to start putting the pressure on. Let's see. And right now, looking at it, we can't actually double hit this guy because he has resistance to dark.
Yep.
And then it would actually take 3 hits to hit that guy. So that's not actually... I don't think we want to actually Lysander anything up because it's like the same thing if it's there, you know?
Yep.
I mean, we could like double hit these to put a lot of pressure on. But I actually think that we want a Verse Seeker, and we're going to AZ the Shaman.
There. Kind of like build your own draw. Yep.
Yeah, and then it just
Draw
draws 5 again. Yep. And we actually hit Perilicity right there, which is fantastic, which is a great draw. It just puts him down, makes him lose one of his guys, which isn't too terrible for us. We actually hit a Dark Patch and a Trainer's Mail too, which is good, and a Battle Compressor, so potentially Trainer's Mail could hit more Dark Patches. So we're going to Battle Compressor first, just to thin our deck of some stuff. And put an energy in here. And then cards, we have a Verse Seeker, so cards we might want are Professor Juniper is a really good one. We already have the Glade in there, so we don't want to do that. And then probably the other, we'll keep that. And we probably don't want the Jetsis. We just don't want to draw it. It's not something that we want to do.
Yep.
Looking through here, and then we have actually the Archaeaps, which actually we want to draw even less. So we're going to put that in there. Yep. And then we're going to Trainer's Mail, look at the top 4. Whew, that's not bad.
Kind of got a patch.
Yeah. Computer searches, obviously, you pretty much always take that. It's really good. The issue here, though, is we do not have enough to do things. We do not have enough cards in our hand to do like what we really want to do. But we're definitely going to Dark Patch, and we're going to put it on the Seattle right here.
Yep.
And then we're going to Parallel City so that his bench has 3 on it.
I think I'm supposed to take the Yveltal off and keep the Ho-Oh.
Yeah, I think so too. It just like takes
So like guaranteed energy switch next turn.
Yeah, and then like we do have the Verse Seeker last name of Computer Search. Find another Shaman. But at this point, we really want to be able to play a supporter next turn. And if we get rid of the Verse Seeker, there's chances we don't play the supporter because we could just like Shaman right now. But we're gonna keep it as is because we're in a pretty good setup at the moment. So we're just going to do 40 and yeah, on this elements.
Yeah, so remember, his Yveltal attack can only do 60 extra to something on my bench. So bump that, and then we're going to energy switch onto the Salamence and drawing Shaman for the turn is actually kind of decent. I'll do that and draw up to 6 cards in hand. Alright, some other okay hits. We're going to go ahead and play Keldeo out, and then we're going to go ahead and slide Fighting Fury Belt on my Salamence, I think. And then we can play, I don't know if I want to play the Third Zeranos. Let's Battle Compressor and get a feel for what's in our deck here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the Corliss off the Verse Seeker keeps the Sycamore in our deck, which is nice. And we're looking for a double colorless energy plus a float stone. So yeah, I think I'm just going to thin Battle Compressors at this point. I could put the Execute in there. Probably this Karen too.
Yeah.
So many DCEs are in here. I've got 1, 2... 2 of my DCEs are prized. That's annoying. And 1 of my float zones and 1 of my DCEs are prized. So I think we're going to play the Zeranos out just so we have a less chance of drawing it. So we're going to play the Zeranos out. It also draws us an extra card on the Corliss too. So
yes,
we'll Verse Seeker the Corliss back to our hand.
For 9.
And then yeah, we'll shuffle this Sycamore back in. And it's, yeah, 9. I've got 6 bench Pokemon and Ryan has
3.
Ryan has 3. So we're looking for DCE plus Float Stone here, ideally. Let's see if we can run good. New cards. Alright, there's a DCE, and we did not find a Float Stone, it doesn't look like.
Well, Float Stone wouldn't work.
Oh, Float Stone wouldn't work. Yep, you're not wrong.
So the best thing to do here, I think, for him, is to get a bunch of Pokemon that can one-shot all my guys.
Yep.
Because he does have a few turns, because this doesn't actually knock it out next turn, unless I retreat it. But even then, it's going to take a lot of energy on here. For it to knock it out, it's going to take 5, I believe.
I'm going to Compressor again here, and this time I'm going to bin a Ho-Oh and a Fairy Energy. And then... anything else really? I guess I really don't want to draw Skyla at this point. And then I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn. Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
Okay, and then the good thing, or the thing to note on my side is I do have a Verse Seeker. I still have the delete.
Oh, actually, you know what? I can, I should try and get this Ho-Oh back.
Oh, yeah.
Miss, that's fine.
So going to my turn, I do have the Verse Seeker and the Link Way, and he does have 6 Pokemon, so I can drop him down to 3 Pokemon, which makes his Xerneas worth. But at the same point, he's actually trying to attack me with the Salamence, but I can reasonably attack the Salamence with the Yveltal because it does need a lot of energy and it isn't it isn't resistant to dark, which is Zarya says. So I'm going to draw my card. I draw a Battle Compressor. Not a very good draw, necessarily. Definitely something that we can discard. Like, we can discard these guys, and then we can draw a Shaman after Reverse Seeker the Delinquent. But I think we're definitely going to do that and play the Delinquent, just so we get some of the guys off of his bench.
So the Stadium is gone, and then what do we discard 3 cards and a Pokemon off our bench. I think I want to lose this Ho-Oh as opposed to one of these. Actually, I guess losing Shaman's kind of a liability, right? Because it's
Yeah.
2-shotted, so that's probably fine.
And then the reason why we do this is because we actually already have a draw set up right here.
I have to discard 3 cards from my hand. 1, 2. Then I guess the Jirachi is my bench is full, so let's go ahead and get rid of that.
Alright, and then I'm going to computer search.
Yep.
Lets me look for anything in my deck. So here's the other shame we were talking about. We already knew it was in there because we looked earlier, which is something that you always want to do, especially when we play 2 and 1 is already in play. So this basically is like a supporter for us this turn because it lets us draw 6. So we're going to play the Shaman out right here.
Yep.
And then we're going to draw 6. And these are pretty good draws for this deck. We do have the Fighting Fury Belt, so we can put that on the Darkrai right here and get that going, or we can save it for another Yveltal. We do have double colors. We haven't played any energy this turn yet, so we can put on the Yveltal to get it going, so that we can do that. And then we do have an Ultra Ball set up, so we can potentially get Yveltal, where we can put the Fighting Fury Belt on. But we're probably gonna wait for that for next turn, just because we do not have any prizes out, and these cards aren't we do have the ability to draw those Pokemon if he ends us and keep some of the Ultra Balls in our deck. So it adds a little more consistency into our deck. So we're going to put the double colors energy on there. And then we're going to keep the rest of the Pokemon pretty much the same. We're going to go 4 and 6 again.
So I swapped the Lysander with this energy switch because without room for Ho on my bench, I probably should have kept the Lysander. I'll draw. Xeranos Break isn't awful. It gives this another turn to get hit by that, which probably actually isn't a good thing. I guess I could Lysander one of your idiots. That doesn't sound exceptionally profitable. So I can break here. And I suppose if I just like hit the DCE on this, I can knock your guy out. But then like this gets KO'd by this.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna put Sycamore. Alright, so we have a Skyfield here. That really doesn't do a whole lot. I have another Lysander.
You do have the double colorless.
Yeah. Still haven't hit the Float Stone. It's still in my deck somewhere. I'm going to return the Execute to my hand that's in here, and then I'm going to Ultra Ball, discarding the Execute and the Fire Energy, get a feel for what's left in my deck, see if we have any Pokemon left to get. I don't think we do. Yeah, we're out of Pokemon. So we're definitely shuffling. So Hoopa doesn't do anything. I think I just want this to get knocked out this turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and slide this onto my Xerneas Break, and then I think I want a Skyfield so I can try and get Ho-Ohs back. How many Ho-Ohs do I have in here? Just one, I think?
I think one's prize.
Yeah, one's prize. So we'll hit on that. So this Ho-Oh comes back from the discard pile with 3 energies attached to it. And then I am all done. Go ahead.
Okay. So we do another Ultra Ball. That's probably just going to be discard fodder. We do have a Juniper and a Jirachi. More than likely, this is probably going to be our setup right here. We're probably going to go find another Pokemon, discarding these 2. We're going to attach a Fighting Fury Belt to it to make it a little better. And then...
Oh, this game's over. I'm super... This doesn't have Fighting Fury Belt on it because this is a...
Oh, you're right. Yep.
I was like, he can knock this out, and then like I switch up and Lysander your guy.
Yeah,
but no, that's not how that works at all.
Big Steve, an unlocked pack is so when you play Versus Ladders, you get coins, and then you can use these coins to buy packs. But the cards you get from that pack, you can't trade. Unlocked packs give you the option to either trade packs or trade cards that you unlock from that pack towards other things. There's a public trade area for cards.
Oh, you know the difference. There's a big lock icon. If something's locked, it's obvious. If it doesn't seem like it's obviously locked, looking at the picture.
Yeah, if you ever took gym class, you know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Which might be an issue.
Very locked, yeah.
I know I had turn 1 maxis, but the Yevonil actually is something that we wanted to get out against. Like, a deck with Xerneas is going to have a bunch of EX Pokemon in it, and our hand didn't have very much gas outside of that. But I do agree that turn 1 maxis would have been pretty good. But the way it worked out is we got to Shaman on the turn 1 and draw like we used a supporter and used a delinquent. So it actually worked out pretty well because I didn't want to start the game plan with Yevonil instead of the Gallade.
We'll have a battle compressor and Ultra Ball on our opening hand at some point tonight. I swear.
No. I mean, the nice thing is you can just pitch all this away and not feel bad about it.
So, you're on the play, right?
Yep.
So one of our worst Pokemon in this is Sableye.
Yep.
That is the guy that we're pulling out. His biggest thing is he has Junk Hunt, which allows you to put 2 item cards from your discard pile into your hand to use next turn. And his Confused Ray, as most people know in playing the Pokemon video game, Confused is actually a very annoying mechanic, and it's equally as annoying.
How does Confuse work in paper Pokemon?
A paper Pokemon?
Yeah.
You take damage.
So
You take 30 damage if you roll to see if you can attack.
Okay.
If you can't, you take damage. It's just as
Okay.
It's literally the same thing as a video game. I think it's 30. I might be wrong on that. Someone correct me on there, but I'm pretty sure it's 30. But yeah, it's just as annoying as it is in the video game,
Yeah.
which is amusing. The rest of our hand is great though. So I wouldn't say great, but it's pretty good.
Draw for the turn.
Got it.
Alright, we drew an Ultra Ball for the turn, so suddenly our hand does stuff. I'm going to lead on Sky, Field, and then
My hand is.
Awesome.
we'll Ultra Ball, discarding N and Sycamore
That's all
here.
the gas.
The only thing you can't retreat out of 2 in paper if you are going to be playing in a regionals anytime soon is Paralyze.
Paralyze, you're just stuck.
Can't do anything.
Next turn.
You can switch.
But Keldeo does shut that off because he comes rushing in and saves your Pokemon from that Butterfree that attacked it.
Yep.
Alright, so we're definitely getting Hoopa here. And then Hoopa is getting Keldeo. I think I'm just getting a couple Ho-Ohs in my bin with this Sycamore. I think that's the plan. I can't get a Xerneas with this anyway, so yes, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and play the Keldeo out of my bench, and then I'm going to go ahead and Sycamore the rest of this stuff away. We got seven coming here. We're down a Verseeker and 2 Sycamores. That's probably okay. 4,
Evolving.
5, 6, 7. All
It's
right,
not terrible.
it's not the worst. So we'll Battle Compressor here. Drawing the third Ho-Oh feels a little bit bad, but you know.
And note, if someone starts on Sableye, the thing you have to think about is getting item locked next turn.
Or, execute appears to be priced. This Battle Compressor is going to bin 3 energies for my Ho-Ohs. So I've got another Battle Compressor here, so I want to do something with that. I think we're just compressoring compressors at this point, so we don't have to draw them past this point in the game.
It's just such a bad card. You battle compressor all your battle compressors.
Buried alive, man.
What's the point of the card?
I'm going to bin.
It doesn't matter what game you play, buried alive is good.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and flip a coin for the first Ho-Oh and hit. So Ho-Oh is going to come back with 3 energies attached to it. And then I'm going to go ahead and put Salamence into play. I think I'm just passing the turn. Yeah, go ahead.
I know it's very important that he passes the turn how he is, because I'm not sure if you noticed it or not, but he's playing around Delinquent at this point, because he can discard these 3 and keep a Sycamore to draw
Yep.
the hand.
And there's also like no reason to play this out. Too.
Yeah, sure. So I drew a Double Colors Energy, which is probably one of the worst draws to get. We do have an Ultra Ball. We obviously want to get rid of this guy right here. He does have a Delinquent up. He doesn't have 6 guys out, though, so it's actually not that great, but he does have 4 cards in hand. Delinquenting them down to 1 card is not nearly as good as it seems.
Getting all of them, yep.
Yeah, it's...
There's so many cards in this game that like redraw, so it's just like...
Yeah, and so we definitely want to get rid of our KFs. And then we probably want to get rid of that Delinquent because we just don't want to play it. This leaves us with 2 double colorless energies, but we do have another Ultra Ball where we can do things with. So we're going to Ultra Ball. And here, we probably want to Ultra Ball for and leave a double colors energy here and get a Shaman with the next one. So
you're gonna like Yeb Shaman here.
Yeah, so we want to get something that we can put this double colors energy on.
So
basically.
Yveltal, yeah.
Yeah.
So get Yveltal with the first Ultra Ball, and then he's gonna Ultra Ball again here.
Put that there. Use these guys, and that's getting rid of a double colors energy and a dark patch. That's not free, but otherwise our hand doesn't really do anything. So we definitely want to do this. And like I said, when you can get no cards in your hand like this, Shamans are basically like supporters.
Yep.
And then you still get to play supporter.
Yep. So we do that. We're gonna draw 6. That's bad. That's worse.
Scoop 'em up.
And it's not terrible. Fighting Fury Belt. Woo! Okay, so we want to put the Fighting Fury Belt onto the Yveltal right here. Yeah, we're going to end.
So and shuffles both of our hands into our decks, and then I'm gonna draw 6.
Already better. Oh man, so we hit double compressor. That allows us to get rid of some of the crap in our hand. Verse Seeker allows us to potentially use Maxis or some other supporter that we can find with the battle compressors. So we're going to, and we have a Jetus too. We're going to battle compressor for the first one and see if we actually want to use the second one because we might be able to discard these. So, but we're going to see what's in our deck because we might just discard the Trader's Mill and the Jetus and keep the battle compressor.
Yeah, I mean you already played a supporter for the turn, so
yeah. So we definitely want to put a Glade. I believe there was Archaeops that was in here. Yeah, he doesn't do anything in this when you're playing. When you see like the ho-hos, you know there's nothing evolving, so you don't want to do that. You definitely want to get to the energy here, and then...
Oh man, we've got a break. Calm down.
What?
I've got a Xerneas break. Calm down now.
Yeah. And then we definitely want to get the Maxis. That allows us to use Dark Patch and allows us to use Maxis with the Glade right there. And then going through, actually, we should see if we have a second Shaman in here. We do have the Yveltal, we have the Darkrai, the second Shaman, we have the Drachi. It looks like we have most of our Pokemon, actually. We don't have the second Glade. That must be prize. That's not too big of a deal. So then we want to decide, knowing that, we're probably just going to keep the Trainer's Mail, and we're going to Ultra Ball again, discarding that Battle Compressor. And then, what do we want to get here? We can get... the choices are basically, we can get another Shaman to draw more cards, to try and find like a Floatstone or like a Dark Patch or something like that. And then the other option is we can get the Darkrai so we can start bringing things back. But I don't think it's correct to do that just yet because we can't bring this back anyway. So
if I hit a Floatstone, I'm going to get to knock this out next turn.
Yeah. But we can't really. Like, we need a Floatstone and we need like 3 or 4 cards.
Need a lot of things.
To be able to do something. So then we're going to Trainer's Mail, we're looking for a patch, we're looking for a Floatstone, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we just have it all.
Got both.
Dealer's choice, man.
So, we do have more patches than we do Floatstones. We did get rid of one. So we are going to take, I believe we should take the Floatstone. And then we try to Shaman to find another patch. So that we can attack that. But knowing that, he does have this setup right here. So we might just want to let this die. Yeah, I think we're just going to let this guy just eat one and then take the patch. So we're going to patch. We're going to put on this Yveltal right here. And then we're going to Shaman again and we're going to draw 5 cards. So we drew
you have one more draw.
Oh, yep, right. Oh, that's good. So the last draw is always good. We do have the Glade here. This extra energy in here is actually pretty good because it looks like we'll be able to max these next turn if we want to.
You play an energy at this turn?
It's my first turn, right? Double colors.
Yep. It's my first turn. Yeah, pretty sure.
So knowing that, I am going to discard these 2 right here. Obviously, we don't want the Glade in our hand. We have no way to play it, and we want our energy in there for Dark Patch, which it playing it it depends on what we want to put it on, because we could put it on this, but if it does get Lysandered up, that's going to suck. So looking through, but what we do have is we do have the Parallel City to kind of slow him down and throw something off the bench. That may not be the worst idea, so that's one option right there. The other option is obviously the Dark Patch. And then other than that, that's pretty much everything. Like I said, we kind of just want to like throw this under the bus. We don't really care about it right now, and we want to get our guys like ready to go. But if he does, let's see, you need a lot to. So I can float stone and just do 80 to that. But it doesn't two-shot it, which is like an actual issue.
Yeah, attacking with this turn seems really bad because like if I go double colorless energy switch, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess if you don't play this out, you're fine.
Yeah.
That's fair.
If I what?
If you don't play another EX out, this can live through its own.
Yeah, yeah. So it's between these two cards right here. So that's 80. But if we Dark Patch here, yeah, let's get we're going to try the little more aggressive move. Just our opponent is, does have a way to attack us very efficiently in his deck, and this is the first turn of the game, so there's potential that he won't be able to do everything next turn, so we're going to do that. And then we do
90? Yeah, 90, right? 40, 20, 60, 80.
Oh, so it does, I forgot about the Fighting Fury
Yep.
belt. So it does act back though like that.
So my turn? Yep. Alright, so what we got here. Ho-Oh was an okay draw, so I think we're okay discarding. Well, so we're going to lead on Computer Search, discarding Ho-Oh, discarding Fairy Energy, I think, here. Yeah, let's do that and search for what we've got in our deck.
You don't even have to show people what you go with.
Do you
computer
discard
search.
the Skyfield maybe?
I don't think it really
No,
matters.
yeah.
I think I'm sycamoring, so I think I'm getting Xeranus here and then putting a DC on it and then
Well,
first Secret.
here's a question. Do you just want to get Energy Switch and double colors and Energy Switch on there and then
No.
do that?
No, I want to set up Xeranus and kill this.
Oh.
With a good run here, we can knock that out. I don't think trying to two-shot this is a good idea.
Okay.
Cause like I've got a float. I need to hit a float stone and energy switch on some Pokemon. So I've got one. Just like constantly priced float stones this evening. No, they're both in there. All right, sweet. Yeah, so both float stones are in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh man, you know what? I wonder if I was supposed to have put a Corliss in my discard pile earlier instead of the Karen, so for Verse Seeker utility. At any rate, we'll Verse Seeker a Sycamore here, and then Sycamore to draw 7. 5, 6, 7. So we're looking for Energy Switch and Floatstone here and some Pokemon. That's exactly what we found. Is it enough? Yeah, I think it is. So we Energy Switch from Ho-Oh onto the Xeranus, and then we put the Floatstone on the Keldeo, and then Keldeo uses his Russian and then retreats for free to here. And then I need 7 to knock you out. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second Xeranus is 6 types. Play Jirachi Search. I'm going to grab a Lysander out, I think, actually. And then Xeranus' Rainbow Road attack does 30 extra damage for each different type of Pokemon on my bench. So this hits you for 210. Or 220, because it does plus 10.
And then we'll put this guy out because it doesn't have a float stone. I know that we're in a pretty bad spot right now. We pretty much need to draw a card where we can be able to max these this turn. So like drawing like an Ultra Ball or something would be great. Ooh, a Dark Patch.
I'll try and speak up a little bit. Ryan is louder than I am as a person, which is impressive.
So here, we can definitely max these this turn. The only issue is we already played, or we're already going to be able to play in energy when we do that. So it's not going to be the greatest. We won't be able to attack right away. But we might have to throw one of these guys under the bench.
And you do know I have a Lysander, because I got the Lysander with the Jirachi.
Yeah. So we're going to put this guy out right here. We're going to attach that guy right there. We're going to Dark Patch. We're going to throw one on here.
It doesn't. It's only bench Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Then we should do it this way.
Yeah.
Then.
That card would be so good if it put out active Pokemon.
The reason why we do it here is one of our ways out of this game is to try. Oh, Confuse Ray doesn't even work because of that.
Keldeo,
Yeah.
yep.
So.
Yep.
Well, let's keep it like this. And then, yeah. And then we're going to Verse Seekers. And this is the first time we're playing this game. So what it does is, if it's the only card in your hand, you're allowed to put a fighting type into play, which is going to be the Glade right here. And then you get to draw 5 cards. So it's a draw engine too.
And then what Glade does is he lets you rearrange the top 5 cards of your deck.
Yep. And then, so that allows us to go one deeper with the Trainer's Mail. We're going to Trainer's Mail first to see what we hit before we use this one, because we have the second Trainer's Mail.
Yep.
And that's any fighting Pokemon. It can be a stage 2. It can be anything.
Yep. Correct. So we hit our Dark Patch right here, which actually isn't the worst. We get to use this, but I mean, that's not going to be like the best attack. It does do 90. It does allow us to get some damage, or it does 70, I guess. It does allow us to get some damage on that, but we really do need to find a Pokemon to attack with too. So this actually doesn't do very much, but we're going to take Dark Patch in case we draw an Ultra Ball.
Yep.
The real issue here is we have so much energy in our hand. So then this time we're going to look at the top 5 and rearrange them how we want. So, let's see here. We do have a reverse value right here.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Nice Skyfield.
Yeah. And then it actually... We do have an energy in here, which the reverse value allows us to do an extra 10 damage to that, which, I mean, isn't the worst. So we're going to put that up there. And it doesn't really matter the rest because we're going to shuffle it after that. So we're going to Trainer's Mail. And we're going to take this guy, put him into our hand. Oh, separate that from that. And then we're going to Reverse Valley.
Yep, so Reverse Valley knocks out my stadium, which means we have to go down to 5 Pokemon on my bench. I think we're just binning Jirachi and Yveltal that has a bunch of damage on it. Just so, like, less Lysander liability.
And then we're going to Dark Patch onto the Darkrai right here, and then we're going to switch them up because we do need to get some damage on that. It's going to be a hard time killing it, but we do have to do it.
So I take 90 plus 10 minus 20 for resistance, and that does 30 to one of my bench guys?
Yep. So we're going to do that in other areas. And when you do something in almost everything in Pokemon, when you do something to a bench Pokemon, it doesn't apply weakness and resistance. So.
Alright, so we're doing double colorless energy. What do I want to do? Man, I almost feel like I should just... Yeah, I'm just going to put this DCE on my Salamence, and then I'm going to Lysander or Shaman kill it, and then next turn I can Fire Energy the Salamence, and then Verse Seeker, Lysander or Shaman and kill it. So, yep, so I'm going to grab 2 prizes for having done that. Go ahead.
So we're going to draw here. We just drew another energy. We can put on here. But we are pretty dead at this point. There's nothing we can... we don't know yet, but there's nothing we can really do about...
yep, the Verse Seeker.
Yeah, so we're going to do this here.
And he collects 1 prize, and then I'm going to put this up. And Ryan has 2 EX Pokemon here, so I'll put my energy here, and then Verse Seeker or Lysander, and hit the Shaman for 110 exactly.
Yep.
On the board.
On the scoreboard. Are you left-handed?
Yeah, I'm both.
Can you flip the side your prizes around?
Yeah.
I should do that before. Because this whole area is shown, and up here I've got a thing with the badge and the deck name.
Oh, okay.
So like you can see like the deck right here, but you can't see like discard pile and stuff there. I hope everyone's having a good evening. I don't know. Let's look at how many people. Do we actually have people here? Are there people watching Paper Pokemon?
It's 80.
Look at that. 80 people watching Paper Pokemon. I'm impressed.
So I'm first this time?
Yes.
Because I believe I attacked.
Yep. Yeah, because I'm first. This is game 4. Am I going to Toronto for the... I'm going to
Yes.
St. Louis this weekend for the regional.
So come say hi to us.
St. Louis. My first Pokemon regional tournament.
And I'm going to hang out with Nelly. I'm not actually even playing. So.
Wait, really?
Country Grammar? Come on. Do we have a party in the back of a semi-truck? You know what I'm talking about.
It's okay.
You're just too young. That was 6th grade, so you'd been in 4th grade.
Technically, we're going to Collinsville, Illinois.
You know the existential crisis I had when I found out Jeff was younger than me?
Nothing. We do have this hand actually tells him nothing too, which is really nice. So you can show your opponent and be like, "What do I play? Oh, I'm playing Pokemon."
I'm playing Pokemon. So my hand is kind of awkward. I have to choose between the Ho-Oh or the Hoopa for my starter. It's obviously Ho-Oh, but
Oh yeah.
still doesn't feel good.
So, never mind. I get us kicked off the Twitch with that comment.
You should be playing Pokemon over Magic. Yep, that's part of the reason I'm looking at it. And not to mention the digital Pokemon client.
Oh, God.
It's aces. It's
You can
very
actually
good.
ask Jake Lance in the chat and ask him how much it costs to get his first standard deck. I believe it was under $30.
Yeah, mine cost, well, the Shamans didn't, but...
Well, even with the Shamans, with his deck, he built Yevonil in standard. I believe it was like $28 or $29.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, I'm into paper Pokemon for like $300 now, and I've got 6 stacks.
So I do have a Yevonil right here. The rest of my hand is... Oh, I drew one extra card, so that's going to be that one right there. Last one.
Yeah, you're going to draw for your turn. Who cares?
Yeah. The rest of my hand is Poop Soup, so... hopefully this...
Ryan Mulligan won, so I get to draw an extra card to start that off. So, and Ryan's on the plate.
And drawing a Verse Seeker is exactly what we wanted because it does nothing like the rest of this hand. So we're going to Trainer's Mail first to try and hit an Ultra Ball to get rid of some of the junk. So 1, 2, 3, yeah. Look at it, we hit nothing. So then we're just going to end.
Yep.
So,
Alright, well, I kind of liked my hand.
Take away that free card.
yeah. Hope you liked it for the 30 seconds you had it.
I just dropped money on 2 MM17 booster boxes.
To be fair, you're going to get your value, kind of.
Maybe.
More likely.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically a cube.
Do you see the baubles that got bought out?
Yeah, $45 or $40 or something like that.
Tron Dragon has a really cool... I always see him talking in Discord about his sweet...
Are there going to be more than these 2 decks tonight? Yeah, we've got... I'm going to... Most of our matches are going to include the Rainbow Road deck, because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm playing at the regional this weekend. But Ryan's got 4 different decks.
So we already hate ourselves. Let's see how much more.
Wait, did you put your end in the discard pile, idiot?
What? Oh.
He's not very bright. He's new.
Oh.
He's the one who's teaching us how to play the game, paper game this weekend.
To be fair, I teach you guys a lot. So, this hand actually wasn't. It was pretty bad, but now it's not as bad. Starting Yevonil and as your active Pokemon is really good. So we can float stone up here and then put Yevonil as the attacker. The reason why this works is it does have to be the active to be able to do that.
Correct, yep.
And then we do have dark patches and stuff like that. So the first thing that we're going to do is it doesn't feel great, but I think we have
Just a question in chat. To my knowledge, there aren't any reasonable websites that allow you to post Pokemon deck lists very easily so far, so I don't have deck lists posted anywhere.
So now the option here is: do we want to get rid of a Verse Seeker or Dark Patch? This is a pretty hard question.
You're an idiot. You never put prizes out.
Oh
Have you
my
ever
God.
played this game
Yeah,
before?
I-
Have you ever played this game before?
We'll take it from the bottom.
Put them over here.
Yeah.
What scum? It's fine. He hasn't searched his deck yet, so like they're all random.
Yeah, they're all random.
And they're all random. It's fine.
So I think we're gonna get rid of both the Verse Seekers because our Dark Patch does allow us is a little more powerful, and we actually do have a lot of supporters in this deck, believe it or not. So we're gonna do that.
Yep. So the one thing I'm feeling like playing this matchup, I really wish I had like a rope or a switch or something to get in a few of these situations, or an Olympia maybe. I don't think we can afford another supporter, but like a switch might not be the worst card to have in here.
I think you want a supporter switch if you do want one.
Or like just play Olympia.
Yeah, because most times when you want to switch is against item lock decks.
Okay.
Where you can't float
And do you think Olympia is better than just playing AZ so it doubles the Shaman? Just something to think about.
Yeah. So we're gonna put these guys out right here. Put the float stone up here. We're gonna keep the patch in our hand because we actually can't use it, and we're gonna Shaman to draw 5 cards. 2, 3. Oh, that's good. So look at we hit an Ultra Ball. We hit all kinds of stuff. The real issue is this. It looks like this Archaeops is going to be stuck in our hand when we Ultra Ball because we still want to get rid of this energy. We want to double colors on this Yevonil right here. I think that's going to be a good attacker. So we're going to Ultra Ball. We're going to get rid of the energy and the Glade because the Glade is an actual attacker that we can use. Can you see that?
This is the cutoff here.
Okay. So you can, the Glade is an actual attacker. So we're going to go search up probably on... It's either we can either do another Shaman, another Yevonil, or a Darkrai. We'll see if the Shaman's...
Shaman's going to draw 5.
Yeah, we're going to see if the Shaman's in here. The Shaman is in here. We already used our supporter, which is why we don't want the Jirachi in here. Looking through here, we should see how many patches we have. So, real quick.
We can do like 1 more energy in this card.
Well, no, but just in the future when we're like looking through stuff. So we have 1, 2. Looks like one patch is in fact prize, so it's on the bottom 6 of the library. So we're gonna put the double colors on this Yveltal right here. We're gonna dark patch onto the Yveltal. We wish we were going second, and then we're gonna put the Shaman out that.
Yep, it was the Shaman actually, sir.
Yeah, so they're buddies now.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna draw 5 again. Huh. So, not the best 5 to draw, but it does set us up well for next turn. And then I believe we're going to leave it. No, we're going to switch it up.
You want to lock me out of my tools.
Yeah, so he can actually not use a float stone to get out of this.
Alright, so what do we got going on my side of the table? So I've got an Ultra Ball here, which I think we're going to lead on Ultra Ball, discard Ho-Oh, and Fairy Energy here. Combo. I got to search their deck. Got Shaman, Jirachi. Koopa's in here. Keldio's not doing a whole lot under what's going on up there. So we have both my Shamans. I think I want to just get another Ho-Oh in my bin here too. Is my third Ho-Oh in here? That's a good question. But yeah, third Ho-Oh's in here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Ultra Ball into Hoopa. And then Hoopa's going to search up 3 EXs for us. So he's going to get Ho-Oh. That was my Salamence prize. That's awkward. Yeah, Salamance's prize. Okay, so I'm going to grab Ho-Oh, Keldeo. And do I want to get a Shaman at this point? So my plan is to go Xeranes into fighting Fury Belt and then hopefully hit heads on this and then energy switch onto my Xeranes. So yeah, I think I'm just going to grab the Yveltal for now. Just fill my bench up. So I'm gonna flip a coin for this Ho-Oh in the bin, and we hit heads, so this comes back. Then we can go ahead and put these 2 out. Actually, I should probably flip for this before I decide to go get this, but I don't think it really changes anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch from here to here, and then go ahead and Sycamore. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're still not in an amazing spot. Hey, Deathly Fiend, 18 months. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. So I hit a Battle Compressor here, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and play that to thin my deck a little bit. I do have a Verse Seeker here in my hand, too, so I can put a goodie in the bin with that. I think I'm going to just thin a Battle Compressor, and then do I have a Corylus in here? I have a Skyla. See, this is where it would be good if I could, have a switch,
yeah.
a switch of some sort. Because, I could go get an Olympia here. I think I'm just going compressor. Is my Corylus prized? Yeah, it looks like my Corylus is prized. Oh, no, there it is. I'm going to go compressor, Corylus in here because Corylus can let us draw extra. I'm going to go ahead and put this double colorless on my Xeranes here. And I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn, I think. I don't really want to play this out because it's not going to give me any value, and I don't want to let him delinquent it or something like that. So, yeah, go ahead.
All right. We drew AZ. It's pretty bad draw right now. Our hand is pretty bad altogether. So we have the issue of, we can just, Juniper, or we can end. We can end through, getting one through the Jirachi. The biggest problem with Junipering is it has 2 of our patches in there, which is going to be a lot of the power that we have with actually being able to attack. So I'm going to play out Jirachi first. I'm going to look through our deck and see, supporter-wise, what we have. So here's the maxes.
Is there any interaction or is it just solitude? The interaction in Pokemon is you interact by winning the game. To win the game. Your interaction is attacking your opponent's Pokemon. Ryan's actually interacting with my cards right now. His Yveltal is stopping my tools from working.
So I'm going to get an N and then...
N?
I believe... Yeah, we want to keep the energy in our deck just in case we draw more Ultra Balls. We really want to put a double colors on this.
Yep.
So our hand is still kind of mediocre. It's basically the same hand we have last
My hand's much worse, so.
except for we have we don't have the dark patches in our hand. So we're gonna put the double colors on this guy right here, just because it allows it. This does 20 more damage for every energy that's on it. I think we actually want to attack or kill the other. So,
Yeah. So 60-60.
Yep.
Hey, we drew a Reverse Seeker for the turn. All right. So what are we doing here? I think we're definitely battle compressoring here. And so how many double colorless energies are in here? 1, 2, 3. There's all 3 of them are in here. That's good for us. So what cards do I not want to hit with compressor at this point? I have a Coraless in here, so I'm going to draw a bunch of cards. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Skyla out of here, I think. And I'm going to go ahead and bin the N for later. And then I probably don't feel too bad. How many Verse Seekers am I through? I've only played, this will be my first Verse Seeker played, so yeah, actually let's just get rid of those. Oh, actually, instead of that, I've got a second Lysander I can put in here. That's probably more valuable. So my plan here is to Verse Seeker for my Coraless, and then Coraless to draw 9 cards. And then what we're looking to do here is...
You want to draw more? You want to put the Xerneas on the deck?
Oh, right. I have Skyfield. Yeah. So let's Skyfield. And actually that thins these other cards on my deck that I really don't want to draw. They probably just put Execute out here, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I draw 10 cards.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to play this third Xerneas. So I'm going to Verse Seeker for the Coraless. And then Coraless is going to shuffle my hand into my deck. And then if we hit a double colorless energy here, we can... equip it to this and discard it.
So 11, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, you have 4, right? Sorry. Looked like those shamans were equipped to each other. Yep.
It's a cheaty face. See?
It's cheaty face, yep. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards. There's 3 double color synergies in the deck, so how unlucky are we? Alright, we got one. So let's put that on there. And then I don't think there's anything else I want to do here. Oh, I guess I can, oh, I can't break this one, and I don't want to break. The only one I can break is a Fighting Fury Belt on it, which will get rid of the Fighting Fury Belt's effect. So I don't want to play my Breakout this turn. So I'm going to go ahead and discard this, and then switch to my Xerneas here. And then Xerneas does 10 damage plus 30 more for each different type on bench. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll just that's 200 you, because that's 180 plus 10 plus 10.
So now the real question we have here is, do we actually want to play Yveltal out? Because we do, in fact, have Dark Patches in our deck. So what we can do is we can put a Jirachi or we can put a Shaman out, and then we can attach an energy to it, and then we can retreat it, which allows us to put a Dark Patch on this to do a little bit more. But this guy right here has 160, so we actually need 9 energy between the two, which right now we have 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be very unlikely that we'll be able to actually one-hit it.
Yep.
So what we really need to do is we really need to find like something like a parallel city, basically. With that being said... I think we're still going to put... yeah, I still think we're going to put one of these guys out here, just because we do need something to potentially run under the bus so we can get enough to actually one-hit and attack it. And we're going to Verse Seeker in this turn unless we draw a Sycamore off the top. So I think we're going to do that right here.
Yep, seems good.
Yeah, okay. That card doesn't do anything, really. So yeah, we're going to... yeah, like I said, we're going to put the energy on here so that it actually activates our Dark Patch in a roundabout way. And then we're going to Verse Seeker the end. And then he's going to draw 1 less card.
Yep. And also, if you hit your Darkrai now, this can retreat for free.
Yeah. Well, but I think I want to use the...
So I'm going to draw 5, which is unfortunate. We had like 12 cards before. Most of them are good. Alright, 5's great.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up. This hand isn't the worst. It's not the best either.
Now you're out of Shamans. It really doesn't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, we do have the Darkrai, but we can go fine with the Ultra Ball. But we didn't find any type of stadium card for that. So the fact that we threw this or put this up here is actually kind of nice. I mean, him knocking it out, we wanted the energy in there anyways. Knowing that we're probably still going to go get the Darkrai, just because we do need, its ability to be able to retreat. So we're going to discard that, and then we're going to discard probably the same way.
upgrade the OBS version on there. It's old.
Only that can hit. So we're gonna get the Darkrai. The only thing I completely forgot was you knock it out, so we do have an energy in there.
Yep.
Well, that's really matter. So we're gonna get the Darkrai and put him on our bench. We do have another Yveltal. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, yeah, we would want to put him on the bench. We're gonna lose this guy anyways. We already played an energy this turn. We do have 2 or 3 dark patches left in our deck. I think we're going to retreat this just to put another energy in there.
It's free. Your retreat cost is free.
Oh, then before we do that, we're gonna retreat so it goes in.
Oh, okay. You wanted it in the bench.
Yeah,
Got it. Sure.
I physically wanted it,
Yep.
and then we'll play this.
Yep.
And then we'll pass turn.
All right, so I'm gonna draw. Sweet. We got a float zone for a Keldeo. And then my hand's great. Not actually sure what we want to do. It's probably do some stuff. I think we're Versickering Lysander, and then we're Lysandering up your Yveltal here. Based on Dragons expand, like specifically, or not Darkrai with Dragons.
Not quite. A lot of problems with Dragon's deck is it takes a lot of setup to get them to work properly, and there's a lot of item blocks in Expanded. Also, there's a lot of enhanced hammers and Xerxes and stuff like that actually get rid of DDEs and DCs. So that's gonna be like one of the issues you have with dragons. That's why you don't see actually a lot of dragons in Expanded. There's a lot of hate against it. It's the same reason why you don't see a lot of Pokemon abilities that you can't use on first turn in Standard because Garbodor exists. So those cards just aren't like a playable option because the format as a whole just is really
hostile.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna Versicker Lysander up Ryan's Yveltal here. That's got the energies on it. And then I'm going to computer search for this double colorless energy and put it on my Xeranis here. And then I'm going to go ahead and Shaman and draw 6. 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think we actually want to play any more of these out. I'm just going to go ahead and knock that out and collect our 2 prizes.
So here we do have the Darkrai out so that we're able to retreat a Pokemon with the Dark Energy. We need to leave the Yveltal on the bench really so that we can Dark Patch to it. So we're going to put out the Jirachi again.
Yep.
And then we have a Juniper to draw cards. Our out right now is just Parallelcity basically.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, look. Wish granted.
Kind of.
Yeah, I know, then you don't do anything.
Yeah.
You're probably just supposed to like Energy Juniper, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That is bad. So we're gonna put the energy on this Yveltal right here, and then we're gonna Juniper. That sucked. The reason why that sucked is because that was one of our out.
One of your ways to get a Parallelcity.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. So our hand is.
It could be. You could. You should thin first, right? 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like you really need it.
I mean this hand is. Even if we thin, like this hand's not coming back from anything. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
You're good.
Come on.
Up.
Ultra Wall. And no, that's going to be pretty much the game. There's no way out of it.
Tiebreaker.
All right, game 5, and then we'll switch decks.
Yep.
The Goldfish site's also using eBay prices, which are rarely cheaper than TCG Player. As someone who just spent a lot of money, I spent, like I said, I spent about $300, and I have like 5 or 6 paper Pokemon decks. I think like less than a quarter of the cards I bought were on eBay. TCG Player was cheaper for most things. I've also bought some in groups as well.
The groups for Pokemon are actually really nice. There's a lot of people. There's 18 to 20,000 people.
And the other thing to keep in mind when you're buying Pokemon decks too is that once you have the core of like supporters and Verse Seekers and stuff like that, building a new deck, like once you put down like the $50 to $100 in the core trainers. Like building a new deck is just like buying $50 more worth of Pokemon.
In expanded, it can be a little bit more, just because the Pokemon expanded are more expensive,
Yeah.
just like they are in modern. But in standard, usually for $20 or $30, you can switch decks.
Oh yeah, I mean, I bought the play set of trainers that every deck plays, and then I borrowed 9 cards from Jeff to make a standard deck into an expanded deck. So
I have no basics. And if they have a basic, you wait till they put theirs up before showing them you don't have
Yeah.
basics, right? Or...
Okay, so we hit to worst basic in our deck. And,
Sableye. Is it Shaman?
no, Stable High can confuse you, so that's not the worst.
It's Shaman?
Shaman.
Jirachi?
No, it's right.
It's lower hit point Shaman. That's
Yeah.
weak to Ho-Oh.
Yeah. For some reason, Steel Pokemon are weak to fire. Who knows that? You know, Dank Ho-Ho.
Put your prizes out before you forget again.
Yeah, Dank Ho-Ho is melt. Steel Jirachis. Man, I can't wait.
This deck's got so many basics in it usually. I'm on the play, I'll just end you, it's fine.
I mean, I can still hopefully hit Pokemon.
The Shaman card, how long is it legal in standard for? It rotates in September?
Yeah. After the World Championships, it rotates.
And even once it rotates out of standard, like it's a format staple in the expanded format.
Yep.
A lot of the decks play it. Like both of these are expanded decks, and they're both playing two Shamans in them.
Yeah. Most expanded decks play 2. The only ones that don't are like Greninja. And then there's a few other decks that have other draw engines.
God, this hand is so awkward.
Like draw my card?
Yeah.
Okay. Basics? Fuck. Okay.
Alright, so I've got my basics are 2 Ho-Ohs and Execute and a Jirachi.
Add me, please.
Add me, please. Yep. Alright, so flip off. So, I guess I have a battle compressor too, technically. So I'm gonna lead on compressor and see what's left on my deck. Do I have my 3rd Ho-Oh in my deck? I do.
Yeah, this hand is going places.
And then I'm gonna grab these 2. You know, I think so. Like Ryan drew extra cards, but I think I'm actually supposed to Jirachi for a Sycamore here, just because like I want 3 of these 4 cards in my bin.
Yeah.
So we'll Jirachi, and then
Remember, don't get too focused on disrupting your opponent in Pokemon.
correct. Yeah, there's so much redundancy in these decks that like disrupting my opponent, like putting them down 2 cards. Sometimes like they have Shamans in their hand, and like it doesn't really matter that they drew extra cards anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and discard those. Draw 7. What we got going on here?
Yeah, Rayquaza and Gardevoir, they're both Skyfield decks that run 4 Shamans just because they both want a bunch of Pokemon on their bench. Rayquaza just wants a bunch of Pokemon so it can one-shot everything, and Gardevoir just discards extra Pokemon.
I'm gonna roll for these Ho-Ohs. Alright, yep, at the first time. God bless. Hopefully we'll just do that all weekend. We have 3 for consistency's sake, but it's nice when you don't have to sweat it. Alright, so Ho-Oh comes back with the energies here. You know, so I've got 2 compressors here. We're definitely compressoring to start. I think we're just gonna thin some trainer or some supporters into here, so we have some utility. I have another compressor here, so there's the first 3.
Yeah, your hand doesn't do very much, so.
Yeah, it does not do anything past this, really.
You go get 3 more energy with the second one and try Ho again. Just because you do have double switch.
That's fair. I have single switch. Oh, I don't have another fire in here. My other fire's priced. That makes it worse.
Yeah, also, you know what makes it worse too is the fact that your only draw is Sycamore.
Yeah. So I'm going to play this other compressor out here. I don't know if there's actually anything I really want to thin too much. I guess I'll get an N out of here.
You have to get it. When you
compressor, you have to get at least 1 card.
Yeah.
So if there, for instance, there were only 3 cards I wanted to thin, I would get 2 with one and 1 with the other.
Yeah.
But I think discarding an N is fine. I'm gonna throw the Xeranox in there too.
Is there a battle compressor in there?
No, actually, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I'm already through. There must be 2 priced.
No, you're through. There's one up here.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then I think I'm going to put a double colorless energy on my Ho-Oh, just so I can retreat it next turn.
Yep, that's fair.
Because I'm probably going to just bin stuff to Sycamore anyways.
And, like, if the board stays exactly the way it is, this Ho-Oh goes this turn.
Correct, yes, that's
so,
exactly what.
Or,
yes, it does.
That one doesn't, though. Okay.
Good.
So I'll draw. We do a dark energy. Our hand is pretty awkward. We're gonna Trainer's Mill to see if we hit Ultra Ball.
Wreck Nerd. Something that's important to note is that you cannot Trainer's Mail into Trainer's Mail.
Yep, and then but we did have the maxes, which we kind of want in our discard pile, so we're probably gonna take that because we're gonna discard it with the Juniper there. Other than that, our hand is
Just like Fury Belt Juniper.
yeah. So I think we're just gonna get rid of all these cards. It's kind of awkward. We do have dark patches and so much energy in there. But
You might as well put the belt on here, right? Like it's just free.
yeah, I guess that's fair. These were
Yeah, those are getting shuffled in.
I guess it's no, it's not free.
Playing Pokemon on an MTG card market playmat. MTG card market is actually they're selling Pokemon singles now for paper, and they may or may not start doing written content at some point soon. So that might just become the card market.
So we're gonna draw 7. Hopefully we draw something good.
No basics, right?
Those are great. That's getting worse. And Ultra Ball, obviously. Okay, so we're gonna put some of our basics out here. We kind of don't want the Drachi out there because it does get. This is dealing how much? 80?
80. Yep.
So it's dealing 160. So it is in fact killing this guy right there. But it does slow down our game plan.
Energy development.
Yeah, but like at the same point, our hand is like once again kind of bad here. So if we put the energy on the Yveltal, we'll be able to actually attack the Ho-Ho for a reasonable amount of damage. Losing this guy, which gets him up 2 prizes, but his hand is pretty bad. His hand is like...
You don't know my hand.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know my hand.
That's true.
Yeah, my hand could be anything. We have a wheel.
Yeah. I mean, it just like depends if you want to... do you want to save 2 prizes, or do you want to make your...
Yveltal attacks better.
Yeah, Yveltal attacks better. And I think it's actually probably better just to save 2 prizes, honestly. That is a hard decision. We have the Sycamore next turn. We went through 1 patch. Build a double colorless and patch next turn. If we put that guy out. Yeah, I guess we'll put it on there, and then no, we'll throw it on the Yveltal.
So if I could wish for a card to be on top of my deck, it would be this Ultra Ball. And we're going to go ahead and return this Execute to my hand for free, because I can do that anytime I want. And then we're going to go ahead and Ultra Ball, discarding Sycamore and Execute, and go get Xerneas here.
Oh, good thing we left him up there.
Correct, yeah. And this is the reason why Ryan's play is a little bit better here, is because I didn't want to say it to like influence his decisions, but like with a reasonable draw, I could set up a Xerneas and knock this out on our turn. So I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to energy switch the fairy onto here, and then I'm going to go ahead and Verse Seeker the Sycamore, yep, and draw 7.
Well, yeah, you have to. You have no Pokemon.
Correct, yep. I guess I could just like leave this here, but that just seems like super loose. Alright, so what am I doing here? I could put... I don't think I want to overextend too much because I don't want him to like knock my my stadium out afterwards. I don't need that many. This has 130 hit points, so I need 4 types of Pokemon on my bench. I guess I do have to go kind of wide to kill that, don't I?
I just need 1 more. That and Hoopa, right?
Yeah, so this would be 1, 2, 3.
You can like keep some of them in your hand.
Yeah, I think that's the line. So we'll do that, and then Hoopa searches. Hoopa's gonna get a Shaman.
It's a sham dog.
I think we're just gonna load up here, actually.
It's YOLO.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well put the Salamence out and energy switch onto it.
Oh yeah, I guess it's fair. That requires me to play the stadium though, but I guess that's probably a worthwhile play. And I guess if I like have these on my bench, I don't mind discarding them. So yeah, let's do that, and then I could play this. I guess I could have also played this out instead of this without playing this.
Yeah.
Do you think that's better, so I can hold this? I think I want to hold that.
Yeah.
Do I burn? I could just burn both switches here and move both of these over, so that way I can guaranteed attack with it next turn too.
How much fairy? Do you have any fairy energy in there?
Nope.
Because then you only have 1 fairy energy and 1 switch left, right?
Now on 4 switches. Oh, that's true. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm through...
So
I think I want to move at least one. I could just like hold the other switch for now.
yeah, because like you actually, like you can only build 2 more attackers.
Yep.
You know, essentially.
So let's do that, and then I mean these are like pseudo attackers that can come back later. Yeah, and then knock that out and grab.
Well, not against Seattle. He'd eat him alive. Okay. So now we have the awkward issue of we have this Yevidal, but we can't Dark Patch to it if we put it out. But I mean, there's nothing really we can really do. Our hand's kind of very bad. Double colorless energy. So we're going to at this guy right here, and then we're going to Verse Seeker for Juniper and just hope for the best. Well, how many cards do you have in your hand?
8.
Oh, no. We're going to Verse Seeker for Juniper. We're not going to get that lucky.
But you don't want to go for N there because he has 4 prizes.
I don't have that.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I thought that was the choice. Okay.
No. Oh, no, it was Justice.
Gotcha.
Like,
Oh yeah, Journey should be in my hand. Yeah, good call. Thank you, Chet.
oh,
Because we instead of
oh,
put Salamence out. So
I
thank you.
Thank
You, fam.
4, 5. So actually, this hand is very good. We hit Computer Search for Parallel City, which is going to be pretty good against him. We also have Ultra Balls to go find some stuff, and we'll be able to reasonably attack the Xerneas with the double colors that we found. So we're going to Computer Search.
I'm actually, this is dead, right?
No, it's not.
You're going to knock me out. No, yeah. Cause
I think it needs 7.
No, you need 6. Because
No.
you do 140 minus.
Oh,
7.
yeah, you're right, you're right. Get rid of these guys right here. Actually, do we want to get rid of we're probably never going to be able to use that side. No, we have Shamans in our deck for these other Ultra Balls, so we can get rid of these 2 guys right here for the Computer Search. And we're going to go find a Parallel City, and we're going to pay ways that Parallel City.
We'll get rid of the Ho-Ohs because they come back. Y'all come back now, you hear? You're Ultra Balling now, right? So why are you shuffling?
Yeah.
Why are you shuffling?
We could get rid of the Darkrai and keep the Ultra Ball.
Yeah, or what are you supposed to...
So we can Shaman.
right.
You know what I mean? The Darkrai isn't that important in this matchup. It just allows us to retreat our guys for free. So it isn't too bad, but then we can also potentially find another Ultra Ball because we didn't use actually an Ultra Ball in there. So we could keep this. So we draw an extra card with Shaman, which I think I'm going to actually do.
Alright, so Shaman draw 6.
Yep.
There's a real cost to that, though, because, like, Salamence is here.
There's not another Shaman in my deck, so.
And I guess I've already burned my Fighting Fairy Belt, so this can't do... You have to put another EX out for this to lethal this.
Yeah. So we're going to play that. We're going to play this guy right here, and we're going to draw 6.
20 fields left in the deck. Have we burned through any fields yet? I have played 0 fields. So, I'm not sure how many are prized. But...
We hit double Battle Compressor, Dark Patch, Verse Seeker. We hit a bunch of crap, but we do have the Verse Seeker and the end to draw more cards. And then we do have the Dark Patch to put stuff onto either the Darkrai or the Yevidal, depending on what we want to do. I wish we had another Yevidal EX so we could Dark Patch onto that. But I think I'm going to... Man, I kind of just want to like leave my hand. I'm definitely going to Compressor to thin stuff out of my deck so I don't draw it. Is that the only thing we don't want in our deck? I think that's the only thing we don't want in our deck. I guess we don't really want the other end either. So I'm going to Compressor 2 separate times.
Okay.
One for each end.
Yep.
So, and I'm going to leave the rest of it because the rest of it actually is all stuff that we want. Seems like most of the crap is in here. So we have that. Other than that, and then we're like, so we're gonna Dark Patch, and we're gonna put an energy onto this Yevidal, and then we're gonna knock this guy out. So
I'm gonna slide the Salamence up for now. No, I'm gonna put the Jirachi up for now, just in case he gets knocked out. You get a prize.
Yep. I'm just looking if I want there.
That's the best draw on our deck. Alright, so we draw for the turn. We got a ton of choices here. We're gonna start by the Skyfield to knock out the Parallel City here. And then we're going to go ahead and Keldeo and put Floatstone on Keldeo. And then we're going to go ahead and play Xerneas out. I got 3 Ho-Ohs in the bin here. So let's start rolling some dice. 1. Alright, hand on the second one. God bless. Alright, put Ho-Oh out with those. Let's go ahead and energy switch from Ho-Oh to the Xerneas here. And then... What's the line? I think it's Ultra Ball, ditch these 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ultra Ball ditch these two. Search. So we're looking for a DCE. So we've got one DCE, two DCE. Is the other energy switch in here? It is. Wow, that's good for us.
Do you have another Xerneas?
I do. Yeah, I should get the other Xerneas.
Yeah.
So we'll get that. So we need an energy switch or a double colorless energy. So we'll play Xerneas out onto the bench, and then we'll play Shaman and draw 5 because this fairy energy is still in our hand. That's all right. I like a challenge, I guess. Have I played a supporter yet?
No.
No. So Corliss is in here, I believe. Pretty sure I ditched him early. Yes, I did. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Let's make sure we don't deck ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 cards in my deck. Yeah, I know. So I have 12. So if I wanted to. So I'd be going down to 7. So I should play this out, basically, is what I was counting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play this out, and then reverse secret the Corliss and Corliss. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and Ryan has 3. So I'm gonna draw 11 cards here. So I've got 3 good hits and 11 cards to let me knock out this Yveltal. 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, we hit a DCE, so DCE goes on Xerneas here, and then Keldeo lets us go ahead. Did I just play the Xerneas this turn? Yes, I did. Okay, so I drew a break, so we can't evolve. So Keldeo rushes in, and then Floatstone's back to here. And then this dark energy is on this. Oh, let's keep track of that. Do I want to move any energies around here? I think I actually want to switch onto the Salamence. What do you think?
You have another energy in your hand? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and energy switch from Ho-Oh onto Salamence. And then Xerneas is going to deal lots of damage. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 types. So just clean 250 there.
So I'm going to put the Yveltal up. I can retreat with the Darkrai anyways.
Yep.
Take my turn. Drew Dark Energy. We're probably just going to end because he drew a whole ton of cards and he only has 2 cards. The real issue we have here is double color. Like, we really have, like, no good attacks. So we really need, like, another Yveltal to maybe potentially keep the double colors on, but we might have to, like, try to skip through and knock this guy out and just hope that he just bricks and bricks and bricks. That might be, like, like, the plan is to do this and then hit, like,
yep. And Ryan's just, like, stone dead to a Lysander, so he can't play around that.
Yeah, like...
And that's what ending me, like, takes away my grip full of cards, so...
Yeah, so we're definitely in there.
Are you supposed to compressor before you end?
There's nothing in there. I can look through there. Like... No, I want that.
It's probably worth it not to redraw the compressor, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
just like pick one card that you really don't want. Is the second Yveltal going to do anything?
This one?
Yeah.
Actually.
What would it do?
Allows me to attack and knock out the Shaman.
Oh, okay, sure.
So potentially, maybe the float zone we don't want because we do have this Darkrai right here.
Yeah, that's right. I think it's worth getting at least that. Oh dear. Okay. So Ryan's gonna draw 5, and I'm gonna draw 2 here. These are D's. Not D's plus, but D's.
Above average, that's what I'm saying.
We have a lot of good hits. Like that's the nice thing about playing a 4 battle compressor deck, is you thin a lot of the bad stuff out of your deck.
Yeah.
So our other Shaman is Prize, so we'll be able to do that. We can Ultra Ball between these two guys and try and get another Yveltal up to try and knock this out. But like I said, we're pretty much on the he has to like brick forever plan right now. So do that Ultra Ball. And then Dark Match on that guy. I already played an energy.
And he's gonna go 40, 60 here.
Probably 60. No, we can potentially one-shot that, so.
Oh, actually, is it better to do here because then this theoretically kills this? I guess it's probably.
Well, actually, well, with that, then do you potentially do that?
No idea.
So then you can try and knock out both next turn?
Yeah, actually, that seems fine.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Are you not playing energy out of your hand?
Alright.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I played on this
draw. I'll put that there. And then.
And then with that, I'm pretty sure we have like no way to win the game now. Yeah, we're dead.
Yay, sweet. Sweet. After losing the first two, we ended up 3-2. That's not the worst. Yeah, I had stopped recording for us. While we take a moment here, I'd just like to take a second to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. You gotta click it first, and then it'll start working. Say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Logan. I'm joined here by Ryan Hoovis and Sam